So, good morning and happy hump day. Welcome back to Daily Transfer Update. Today we're going to speak about one player that's potentially leaving the club after 8 years of being here. Please be true. We're going to have an update on two players. I'll go into that in a minute. And we're also going to speak about an Italian midfielder that is linked not only with us, but 3 other clubs as well. Before I do that, if you are enjoying the content, please stick a thumbs up on the video and subscribe if you're new. Get it up to 20k. Once I get it up to 20,000 subscribers, I am going to start doing a podcast. Already got a couple of people lined up for that. So let's get that up to 20k ASAP and I'll start delivering the podcast. Anyway, let's talk about the update on the 2 players from Sampdoria. The first one, Dennis Praet, and second one, Gjorgjievski Andersen. Now, reports in Italy suggest that they rejected a £43 million bid for the pair, the centre-back and the centre midfielder, earlier on this week. In fact, Monday, I think it was. They want £49 million for the pair of them. Now, this is a normal negotiating tool. You know, we start low, they start high, and somewhere we meet in the middle. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do get both of these players signed up. I'm quite happy for them to both sign. I think that we should be shopping around for players of that sort of transfer fee, the mid 20 millions. You know, it's all well and good going and spending for 50, 60, 70 million pound on a player. But at the end of the day, you've got to make sure that you look after your asset and your assets are the players. Now, in terms of looking after them, you've got to make sure that they come in, they hit the ground running, and you have some sort of sell-on fee. There's no point going out there anymore. We've got in big trouble over the years buying players that have ended up with no sell-on fee or have run their contract down because we've mismanaged a renewal of a contract. So I think both of these would be perfect for Arsenal. I think that they're both young enough to have good careers with us. Whether they're good enough remains to be seen. But all in all, £49 million. I think it'll be a little bit cheaper than that if we do get them done. But we are the only club in for them right now. So I can't see any reason why it wouldn't get done. And I'm sure in the next couple of weeks when the Adidas kit gets launched, I'm sure we'll start seeing the deals flying in. And I'm adamant we're going to sign 4, 5, 6 players this summer. I'll be shocked if we don't. Obviously, there'll be players leaving. And that leads me on nicely to a player that has been here for way too long at this club, Carl Jenkinson. Listen, this guy is the sole survivor of the British core. How this guy is still here is a miracle. He's living our dream. He's a fan of Arsenal, playing for Arsenal. His granddad played for Arsenal years and years back, and he's followed in his grandfather's footsteps. Listen, he's living the dream. He's on 40 grand a week. He's had a couple of loan spells at Birmingham, West Ham. But ultimately, he is still an Arsenal player. He's still got 1 year left on his contract. He's on about 40 grand a week, like I said. And nobody is genuinely going to pay him 40 grand a week because he ain't even worth half of that or a quarter of that. Maybe even a tenth of that. Let's be real. He's not a very good footballer. Now, he is actually linked with a move to Celtic. And the fact that we're linked with Tierney would suggest that there could be some sort of business to be had there. They need a right back. We need a left back. Let's see if we can do some sort of swap plus cash. Because let's be honest, Carl Jenkinson is not worth 25 million, which is what they want for Tierney. So I think that potentially that could happen. Whether it does or not remains to be seen. But I think that it's about time Jenkinson left the club. Not only for us to go and replace with a better player, but also for his career. He's 27 years old. He's got, another 4 years maybe? Is he happy just to sit and run down his contract at Arsenal? It does seem so. He's done it for 8 years, let's be real. He's hardly played any games in them 8 years. He's gone out on loan a couple of times, and he just seems happy to sit on a bench or sit in a squad and just claim the 40 grand a week. Now, whilst that's great and he's sorting out his future in terms of finances and stuff like that, surely as a professional footballer, you want to go out there and you actually want to make a career and be the best you can be at doing what you are doing. Otherwise, what is the point? If you don't want to go out there and try and you don't want to be the best, you might as well not bother, because you're just wasting your life away. Yeah, the money's great, fantastic, but come on, man. Seriously, you are a professional footballer and you don't even play games. Surely, in the back of your head, that's going to play on your mind and you're going to think, well, maybe I should go. But it just seems like every time it comes to a transfer window, this guy is always injured. He seems to have a mystery illness or a mystery injury. And then the window shuts and all of a sudden he's fit again. And it's like, this has happened 5-6 times now. We genuinely have to get rid of this guy immediately. He's not going to command a great deal of money. He's got 1 year left. He's not a very good footballer. But the sticking point could be wages. Like I said, he's on 40 odd grand a week, 40 to 45 grand a week reportedly. Is he going to get that elsewhere? No. So it's what he's happy to settle with elsewhere, because it's all well and good us taking a fee for the guy. It's whether he accepts terms at the next club. This will run on. I just hope and pray this story is true, and I hope and pray he is gone. No disrespect to him. I don't dislike the guy. I've never met him. But I just don't want him to play for Arsenal anymore. So hopefully we can get something done with that. Now, last but by no means least is an Italian midfielder we are linked with, and that is Lorenzo Pellegrini. He is currently playing for Roma. He's 22 years old. Contract until 2022. They're desperate to try and strap him up to a new contract to get rid of the €30 million release clause he has in the current one. Now, that release clause states it has to be paid in 2 instalments. Now, we're not the only club that are linked with this guy. Tottenham are linked with him, Inter Milan and AC Milan. Now, the advantage Inter Milan and Tottenham have is they are both in the Champions League next season. It's reported that he wants Champions League football, but he would be open to go to a club that's not in Champions League, which I suppose does rule us in. We're Europa League, but we can also pay quite high wages compared to what Roma can afford. Now, I don't know what he's on at Roma. I have no idea on the ins and outs of his contract, but let's be real, if a Premier League club are coming in for you, it's very difficult to say no. You get more exposure, you're playing a bigger team most of the time if you're going to a top 4 or top 6 team. Roma, they're a decent outfit, but they're not fantastic, let's be real. And the last player that came from Roma into the Premier League has just picked up a Champions League winners medal, and that is Mohamed Salah. So, I don't know, maybe he's looking at that thinking, well, I want to follow in them footsteps. I want to get into the Premier League. I want to kick on and I want to boost my career up. But I'm sure this will go on for a couple of months as well. Now, back in 2017, Jose Mourinho was looking at this guy as a Man United manager, and he wanted him to come into Man United. Now, that never went through. He obviously stayed, signed a deal with them, and he's still under that current deal. Now, this would be the ideal Aaron Ramsey replacement. He has played this season 33 games, 4 goals, 7 assists. All in all for Roma, 71 goals. 71 games, 71 goals. Where did I get that from? 71 games, 7 goals, 12 assists. And for Sassuolo, before that, 54 games, 11 goals, 8 assists. Now, his agent is reportedly in London as we speak. Now, whether that's to do a deal with Arsenal or Tottenham, who knows? But he has been spotted in London, and there is reports going around that we and Tottenham are both interested in him. Now, like I said, they can dangle the carrot of Champions League football. We can't do that. Can we pay more money? Probably. Will we? That remains to be seen. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think. Would you take Pellegrini at Arsenal? I don't know a massive deal about him, to be honest. I barely watch Italian football. But we do need to replace Aaron Ramsey. This guy could come in and fit the bill. The 2 lads at Sampdoria, they also meet the criteria as well. The fee and the positions are exactly where we should be looking at. So leave it all in the comments section. Don't forget also today, 2 o'clock, I will be doing my On This Day. So check that out. 5 o'clock, I'll be doing a live stream about a player we are linked with that may or may not happen. And then at 9 o'clock, I'll be doing a talking point of the day. And if there is no Arsenal talking points, we will do a Q&A. let's get subscribed. It's free to subscribe. Click the notification bell, stick a like on the video. Until 2 p.m, I'm out of here. Laters, peeps.